Hey, audio everyone. Lost Leader here, back in action finally for just kind of any kind of update and whatnot, because I know I haven't been really doing a whole lot of them. That is my bad. I just been, let's say, I've been in a sort of haze as of lately, and I just haven't really been having myself all together when it comes to just these videos, making them, and generally speaking as a whole, as a person. I say this because honestly, when it comes down to it, when it comes down to that previous relationship that I had and whatnot, the first little dilly dallies that I've actually had, it affected me a lot more than I thought it was initially. For that breakup, I lost a lot of confidence. I still do not have a lot of confidence that I once had or I was gaining at the current moment, and I've been kind of at this sort of lost place of how to say, basically I don't really know what to do with a lot of relationships and a lot of things that are happening about things. And then on top of that, relationships that I am a part of, friendships, family, all that other such and such, they haven't been going as well as I would hope in comparison. It's not the same old, same old. Things happen, things develop. That's just the way things go. And it's been really hard. It's been a really hard past month in terms of like mentally speaking. I haven't really been there, in all honesty. Like I really, really haven't. And it makes me sad that I haven't been doing these things, and I've just been caught up in whatever the heck I was doing. And honestly, just, I don't know what happened. I couldn't tell you. I have another video that I'm working on that is for the anniversary, but this is just like, let's start just doing videos. And I kept telling myself, don't do a video until you do the anniversary. Don't do the video until you do the anniversary. And honestly, I need to stop taking that approach of don't do this because you're doing this, and just do whatever the heck. It's a big problem I have. It's a lot to do with the times that I used to be a perfectionist. And yes, I used to be very much a perfectionist. Now, not so much. I am not that way anymore. It's too hard to live your life as this perfectionist sort of person, to be like, I don't have everything right away, so I'm going to go ahead and throw away all opportunity just to like do that. And it's not worth living your life that way. You have to make errors, you have to make flaws, you have to like say things wrong in order to start getting things right. That's just how it goes. And it's practice, it's putting yourself through, it's pushing yourself forward. And if you try to be on this perfect path all the time, we're just like, nope, full on solid, it's not going to happen. You're just not going to do anything. You're going to end up doing nothing. You're going to show nothing. And that's something that I've really been trying to get out of my system ever since I was a teenager, I want to say. This all started helping and developing in college, in all honesty, because it was a big teenage problem thing that I had, led to a lot of procrastination. I still procrastinate, but not to the point of like, let's do it the day before. I don't do that anymore. I'm so thankful that I do not. Basically, I just do it like probably like 2 or 3 days beforehand before this whole entire thing is due and whatnot. And we just settle it from there. But for the most part, I've been trying to figure out where I want to go with the situation. I've already mentioned before, I want to like start wearing dresses and things like that. I want to start going out and just kind of living my life. And I will say that I have been doing that. I have been going forward with that, despite all these terrible emotions that I've had, these thoughts that are not good, these terrible things. I'm still able to live my life. You have to kind of push forward and do things that you don't want to do from time to time. Even if that means just like switching your mode off and just kind of supporting a friend. Like that's kind of what happened, is that I just sort of went to this drag show because my friend, we'll call him Dante because that's his show name at the very least. At the very least, my friend Dante, who's not featured in the Devil May Cry series, believe it or not, he decided to do, or rather, they decided to do a drag show as a drag king, and it was awesome. If you haven't seen a drag show and like you're like, you know what, maybe it's pretty fun. It's a pretty fun go and whatnot to actually see all these people perform and just kind of like live their life. And you can tell these people love what they do and they do what they love. And it's a weird sort of situation because it's somewhat lewd, somewhat not. It's more entertainment than it is anything else. And just, it's weird. It's a weird sort of system that has it going for it. And I will say that I do want to support my friend because being a drag king is hard business. You don't get as much love as drag queens do. You just don't. You're not as loved in the community, and it sucks. And I hate that. That's a thing. Not saying that I'll ever be into kind of drag or whatever. Frankly, I think drag nowadays is a bit of a hit or miss with the support of the community and whatnot. I don't mean in the sense that like drag queens and drag kings are like knocking us down and whatnot, transgender folk and such. Just mainstream drag is awful. That's just kind of the point. It's just kind of awful. So maybe I'm too hipster on this. In this situation, it's completely fine, but it's just from what I've seen and whatnot that it's kind of gone down. Regardless of the whole point, I did want to go support my friend. I do like going to drag shows. They're fun as heck. I have no problem with that community whatsoever on the let's go do dancing and such like this and whatnot. Maybe sounds a little timey or racist as long as I don't see it on TV or something like that. Is that what I'm leading up to? I hope not. Not really trying to do that. Just, it was fun. I went to the drag show, had fun, got to see them. I haven't seen them in a long time. Dante. I want to say Damien. I'm like, that's not Damien. Do I even know a Damien? I don't know a Damien. Not that I know of. I know a Devonte? Devonte, technically speaking. I know a Devonte, technically. We call him Devin, though. It's mainly because I know him since he was like super young. He's also a streamer. Real good streamer. Surprised how well he grew into his voice. That is not something I expected whatsoever. But that's a story for another day in particular. Suffice to say, I'll put in a little link on the bottom there, little doobly-doo. So if y'all want to watch them, and then I'll also put a link for my friend Dante. They do a lot of cool stuff. Mainly drawing, but it's also drag. He's a drag king, after all, as I was mentioning before. We went all the darn way to Long Beach, this Hamburger Mary place. And we got to see a drag show over there. And it was pretty fun. Pretty much every performer was great, except for one in particular. I won't mention that person in particular, mainly because it's all just like, my friend went up there to kind of participate and just, nope. Things did not happen well and whatnot. I'm just like, this is dang old sad thing. Sad thing. Sorry about that. Just kind of stupid thing. Decided to interrupt my call. Like I just tried to cancel the call, but no, it's just like, you know what, we're gonna have the call anyway. Stupid phone. Anyway, point being, I was able to have a good time. Just doing things. I even got to eat a fried Oreo, which I'm not sure if y'all have ever had a fried Oreo, but it's delicious. Oh my god. We need to fry more things. Like, the world needs to fry more things. It's too good. It's too good not to. And then there was ice cream on top of it, so there's this sort of like hot and cold thing going on. It's just like, oh my god, it's fantastic. That fried Oreo was bomb. It really was. And then we went to another restaurant too. It was pretty fun. So it was fun to try new things, as it were. It was fun to try new things. I mean, not that I'm averse to it or anything. It's more of a matter of just like, do I have the money to go out? Do I? Yes, I do. I did that day. I was like, I'm going out to support. And if you're going to go out to support some drag people, drag queens and kings, then you best be having money, because that's how you support them. That's how you support them, fam. You give them the dollar bills or whatnot. You holla, dollar. That's what you do. So I was ready and prepped to have a good time with that situation. So that's how it goes down. And it was fun to, hang out with friends. And we went this big old trip all the way down Long Beach and just went to Hamburger Mary's. I want to say the Queen Mary every bloody time, which I do want to go to the Queen Mary at one point in my life, because I hear it's haunted. I think that'd be a very interesting experience. I'd probably be scared to death and probably say, no, thank you, I don't want to be here anymore after like the first little like, this is like, ain't dealing with no spirits, man. Ain't dealing with no spirits. No. Although I will say that I probably do have a few people haunting me. I want to say, I think, like on the nose here, maybe. I could definitely see that happen. I suppose I should get more into it, but maybe if I'm in a little more paranormal state of events and whatnot. Regardless, just I'm getting better. I am slowly regaining all the confidence that I've had before, and I'm trying not to worry about my future too much. I try not to think of the worst things that come to the worst. And yeah, I've just kind of been out there in that situation, and it's really cool too, because I asked my mom, hey, could you help me buy some dresses? She's like, yeah, sure, I can. Just go to the site, tell me which ones you want. And I'm like, okay. And I don't do it, but I need to be doing it. So at the very least, she's supportive in that regard, and I do need to do that. And I also need to buy new shoes, now that I think about it too. Like, not just like shoes to like wear because they're fancy and cool and all that such. Also shoes because like I need work shoes and all this and that. It's like, why am I poor? I am poor. Regardless of every situation that I say and whatnot, I don't have enough money to do all the things I want to do. I wish I did. I really wish I did. Really wish I didn't have to work all these 3 days and whatnot. I'd rather work 2 days. And I'm trying to think of a way to do that. Try to set that situation up. But I think for now, I'll be fine, because there's too many things that are releasing that are a lot of money. I don't need this, man. This is what I've been dealing with for the past month. It's just money issues, confidence issues, just any kind of issues to deal with. Weirdly enough, nothing with my channel. My channel hasn't really been going anywhere for the most part. I do love the fact that I have 200 subs. I'm still going strong on that little bit. That's cool. But it's just going the way that it is. I feel like it just kind of led to a stagnant place. We'll leave it at that. But now that I'm making these things again, I could start focusing on doing these kind of things and whatnot. It's just a matter of getting it out there, doing it, and all that other such and such. You have to get over it, You have to get over it. It's a hard feeling to do. It's a hard thing to say, for sure. But I'm getting through, slowly but surely. Also, here's little photos right here, my friend. So yeah, that's all that's been going on with me. Until next time, everybody, I will try to be better with these videos again, because I know I haven't been the best at it. But for now, thank you all for watching. I'll see you all later, okay? Sayonara. Bye-bye.